Now on to a shocking and disgusting betrayal of trust. In the midst of medical emergencies, women finding themselves being molested by the ambulance attendant who's supposed to be caring for them. The vast majority of paramedics do act appropriately, but this happens more often than you think. Lisa Guerrero has our investigation.
They're lifesavers on call 24/7, rushing to our rescue in life-threatening emergencies. But what these three women say they experienced in an ambulance should never have happened. They say they were assaulted by a predator.
The look in his eyes, I'll never forget.
This is the paramedic, Lannie Haszard, who allegedly molested them in the back of his ambulance as they were being transported to the ER. Imagine you're having a medical emergency and you're in the back of an ambulance. You're on a stretcher with your arms and legs strapped in for your own safety. You're in distress and you're all alone, except for the paramedic that's riding with you. Now, what if that paramedic that's supposed to be taking care of you turns out to be a predator? When 35-year-old Royshekka Herring of Portland, Oregon collapsed at her home, her son called 911.
911.
I need an ambulance to my house. My mom just passed out on the floor.
I have help on the way, okay?
She found herself strapped into the gurney in the back of the ambulance.
He was doing things to me that your husband should do to his wife.
He kept rubbing up against my breast.
Anybody that knows me knows I'm a very powerful, confident person, and I've become a crippled child.
Today, these women are meeting for the first time, finding comfort in each other's stories.
Being a paramedic in the back of an ambulance with women that are unconscious, it's a dream job for a sexual predator.
The father-son legal team of Jason and Greg Kafori represent the women in their lawsuits against the private ambulance company that employed Haszard. In total, 35 women reportedly claimed that they were sexually abused by Lannie Haszard in the ambulance. We found other cases across the country of paramedics and EMTs accused of sexually assaulting women in ambulances. But Lannie Haszard may be the most egregious case of all.
Well, okay, I probably did do what has been alleged. Why I did it, I do not know.
Do you feel bad for what you did?
Well, yes, I do.
Haszard was convicted of molesting 7 women and sentenced to 8 years in prison. He ended up serving 5.
Lannie Haszard is now out of prison.
I didn't know that. No. No. I was supposed to be contacted so I could go speak and let them know that he shouldn't have been released.
Hi, Mr. Haszard. I'm Lisa Guerrero with Inside Edition. I'd like to ask you about all the women you groped in the back of an ambulance.
No comment.
We caught up with Haszard on his way to church.
You're supposed to be helping women, and instead, you took advantage of these vulnerable people. How could you do that?
No comment.
These 3 women say a no comment isn't enough. They want to make sure what happened to them doesn't happen to anyone else.
American Medical Response, the company that employed Lannie Haszard, lost a multi-million-dollar verdict. Other lawsuits are still pending against the ambulance company. It denies the allegations, and we tried to get a response from them, but got no reply.